Hi, hello everybody. Today I will be telling you regarding the online personality tests and why is there a huge chance that they may not be able to give you a proper result. And the online personality test may be of any type. It can be an MBTI, Socionics, Big Five, Who Am I, anything, just anything. Most of you have gone through these tests. So what happens there? A set of questionnaires are there. Questionnaires, we have to answer them. There are, in most cases, there are five options: very much agree, neither disagree, disagree, completely disagree. These are the five parameters, and based on these five parameters, we have to give your answer. Now, somebody tell me, when we say something like agree, fine, you agree, and you say very much agree. Now, how is it possible that you are behaving in the same manner, in the same situation every time? How is it possible? Our behaviors depend, in many cases, it depends on our emotional and psychological condition and the external environment. Okay, but still there are five parameters are there. This is okay. Sometimes the parameters are like that: slightly agree, it means agree, slightly agree, neither disagree, slightly disagree, completely disagree. Now, what is the meaning of this? Exactly what is the difference between slightly agree and slightly disagree? So, if I am just slightly agreeing with a particular point, that means I am mostly disagreeing with it. So, how is it a positive answer? Similarly, when I am slightly disagreeing with a point, that means I am mostly agreeing with that. This is a bit confusing, this thing. So it's better to use the word very much agree, agree in the middle, than disagree, very much disagree. This thing is quite better, while that slightly agree and slightly disagree are quite confusing, and really I couldn't decipher the meaning till now. What are they trying to say? Now the questions are like that. We all have some prejudices that somebody is an extrovert, he must be behaving in this particular manner. Somebody is an introvert, he must be behaving in a particular manner. But in reality, extroversion and introversion are a very complicated thing. It's basically how you draw your energy and where is your focus. This is extroversion and introversion. It's not that just because I am an extrovert, I will be talking with everybody. Whoever comes in my way, I will be talking with that person. No. People whom we interact in a non professional setting, and even in a professional setting, there are people with whom we interact more, and there are people with whom we interact less. So just because you're an extrovert, it is not you have to interact with everybody, you have to be friendly and joking with everybody. No, it's not like that. It all depends on the thought process, the personality, the ideology, the ideals, lackings, dislikings, and many things. Many things come into consideration. Where am I? With whom am I? A lot of things has to be taken into account. Just because I'm an introvert means I will not talk much, and extrovert I will talk much. No, it's not that. Then there are. Let's say the question: how many friends do you have? I have many friends. I have a few friends. I don't have any friends. I only have acquaintances. And then these questions are here in this question also you can say really that I don't have many friends. Well, it's an easy question, but this is not a criteria to judge whether somebody is an extrovert or an introvert. Just because I'm an introvert doesn't mean that I will be having only one or two friends. Then there's a thing that another question that how do you how do you interact? Let's say I interact with I like to go out with a large group of people. Oh, so you want to go out with a large group of people? You are an extrovert. Finish. Discussion over. No, not so easy. And then they say, oh, I want one-to-one interaction. Excuse me. I want one-to-one interaction, or I want interaction in a very close group. Oh, you are at that, so you must be an introvert. No, believe me, I am an extrovert. I am an extrovert, and I enjoy one-to-one interactions. I have many friends. I had many friends. I also have many friends at this moment, and the best thing which I like about them is the one-to-one interaction. I really love it. I really love one-to-one interactions or interaction in a very small group, max to max four, max to max four. I don't like interactions in huge group. Very rarely I do like that. I have friends in various groups. So let's say I have eight very good friends. I really would not like to have all those eight people and me, that's nine people, together in a bar or a restaurant at the same time. I really won't like that. I want, okay, once in a blue moon, fine. There's some occasion and something like that. We all visit there. That's a different thing altogether. But in normal socializing, I want to keep it to 1:1, max to max four people in a group. I don't like huge groups. I don't like it, and I am an extrovert. You can believe me on that. My focus is always outside, in the outside world, not on my thought process. My thought process is the result of the external stimuli which I am getting. Well, it's okay for everybody. It applies to everybody. Even an introvert. What will the introvert think? On which matter will that introvert think? That matter obviously exists outside him. Now the thing is that how much time do we spend on that matter? Okay, if you get a stimuli and a thought process is generated in your mind, and you keep on thinking about that, and you are more interested in the thought process, well, you are an introvert, fine, no problem. Extroverts also think, but what happens that they can focus on many things at the same time. Main thing is the external world, and if that external stimuli deserves a thinking process, well, they do think, or else many times they may not even think also. That's the thing. It's a bit dicey. It's a bit confusing, but we have to read through various blogs and various books to get a somewhat clear idea. Psychology is a very I would say confusing, not exactly confusing, a very deep subject, and it's a basic part of humanities. It's not science; it's humanities. So human behavior is a very complicated thing altogether. Now, this type of things has to be taken into consideration. All these points. Just say you have a hard week, a very tiring week, and what do you do after the end of that week, on a Saturday night or Friday night, whatever it is? Do you like to spend the time alone, or you want to just spend the time with a group of friends? No, after a grinding week, a 5 days or 6 days of complete, I would say tiredness, complete tiring activities. I'm very tired and I don't have the mood to again go to a restaurant or a bar and with a group of friends. I may not be in that mood. I may just want to feel I just feel like coming home, being on the bed and reading a book. I may do that. I may be an extrovert. Or if I'm an introvert with and I had a tiring week, but I may go to a hotel or a bar or restaurant with the very close friends of mine, one or two very close friends of mine, and pass 1 or 2 hours. It's not very easy to say based on these online tests. So what you have to do, you have to go through many online tests, 6 or 7 online tests on the same subject to get a idea. And if that online test is very big, very long, 100 question, 115 questions, there's a chance that you may be near the result. But if it's a small online test like 10 or 12 questions, the chances of getting a real answer is quite less. And the results are also very strange. Some, they say you are a 52% sensing and 48% intuitive. Now it's not possible. It's not possible to be, well, in that case you are searching for somebody's dominant function. In a dominant function, you can either be a sensor, or you can either be an intuitive. It can't be that you are 52% sensing and 48% intuitive. It's not possible. If you go through socionics, all your 8 functions are getting interchanged. Sometimes it may be that okay, your this when this we get middle results, that means for 52% of the time you are a sensor, and for 48% of the time you are intuitive. If this happens, so when you are intuitive, your entire cognitive stack is getting changed, and if you are sensing, same thing is happening. Sometimes your POLR, point of least resistance, is becoming your dominant function. Damn it, how is it possible? And sometimes your dominant function is getting transferred to your POLR. Now that's not possible. If you are sensor, you are nearly, I won't say 100% sensor, but 80% sensor, and whatever intuition you are having is because of your either inferior function, that's the fourth function. So if somebody is an ESTP, the first function is SE, the fourth function is NI. Whatever intuition you are having is not because you are 52% SE and 48% NE. No, not because of this. It is because of the fact that your fourth function is NI and you are getting some intuition from your fourth function. We all have all the functions. Okay, so these things has to be taken into consideration, and a lot of research has to be done over that. Anyways, online tests are very important. They are very important, but we should not be dependent on only one test. You have to take many tests. Thank you. Meet you again.